Morning, Rick.
Good morning.
I guess the Captain Obvious question is, how are you feeling?
Doing much better, thank you. Yep. So, yeah, we had to deal with a couple little things. It's just the body reminding me I'm 69 and not 39.
You look good, Bones.
Yeah, so do you, Lou. Thanks, pal. I was looking for you. You finally show up. I think you knew you weren't going to miss anything early.
Did your age maybe go up a little bit over those last 3 games of the road? How difficult is it, Rick, to be in that?
It's difficult. I hate sitting there watching. You're not in the fight with them. It's what we all sign up for, to be in the fight. And when you see your team not playing as well as you know it's capable of, it's frustrating. And you see how we were Tuesday in New York, and then how we in New Jersey. Like, where did it go, right? So that's what gets frustrating when you know you're watching a team. Tuesday night I'm watching there with Judy and say, "Geez, we got a good team here," right? And you're saying, "Where did it go?" So that's frustrating.
So from the theme of we just look for solutions, what are some of the solutions coming into this?
Yeah, no, we had a good talk with the group this morning. It's not fair to me going there this morning and make all these negative comments and accusations. I'm not in the fight with them for those 4 games, right? So I gave them some observations. So sitting back in my chair watching the game Winnipeg, this is what I saw. So we talk about those things, and it's all tied into our overall team play for the last little while. Hasn't been up to snuff on a consistent basis. So we've been dealing with that.
Would a younger you have had a harder time holding back?
Yeah, perhaps, Lou. Yeah, we've calmed down a little bit over the years, but no, it's just. Listen, the players are frustrated too. They know we're better than we've shown, so that's all part of it.
So how do you account for those wild swings?
Yeah, that's what we talked about this morning.
Yeah.
No, I know what's wrong, and we're going to keep addressing it.
Is it possible that complacency sets in quickly, or?
There's absolutely no way this team should be complacent. We haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the message as well. So, no, there's absolutely nothing, and we're still fighting. We're still in a fight, and the other teams are desperate. Yeah, well, so are we. So we have to play that way.
What's wrong with the notion of just, in 11 games we can flip the switch?
There was a whole lot wrong with that. What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot wrong with that. You want to have good habits going into the playoffs. You want to be playing really well. And we're not just talking about the outcome of the game. We're talking about the compete and the process and everything else. So there's no way we're just going to walk through these next 11 games. We still have a lot to fight for. I don't see an X by our name in a playoff spot. So and we're still pushing. So there's just no way I'm not taking the foot off the gas. Nope, not happening.
I'm guessing it was good to see Gabe Vilardi get a chance to be back out there. How's his progress?
Good. We haven't seen him for a while. He didn't come on the road trip with us, but I was out there early with him, and he's skating around, and he looks good. Now we need to take him every day and get our coaches pushing him and find out where he is, conditioning wise, and playing through any discomfort. But we won't know those things until we get him on the ice like today, and push him and keep pushing him and see where he is.
How did you like the mindset of the group as you rejoined them after, those last few games obviously being so frustrating, as you mentioned?
Yeah, they know. They're frustrated too. Listen, every team in the league goes through a busy part of the schedule. We had a busy schedule. So what? Everyone goes through it. Find a way. Just find a way to get through it. Better than we looked last week. So the game in Washington was better. We had enough chances to win that game and give the goalie credit. So that's a step in the right direction. Could we have still played better in Washington? Yeah, we could have. And we're going to have to get right on top of every little detail from here on out, which we've been trying to do. So we're going to keep pushing.
Rick, just to follow up on Gabriel's condition, I'm assuming that because he's on the ice, his spleen is back to normal then?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we have to push him to see how much discomfort there's going to be when we really push him. It's one thing to be working on your own and everything else, but now you get one of our coaches pushing in. We know how far we can push him. We got to find out.
Sorry, pushing him individually, like just
Yeah,
solo
because
work
we
or-
don't have any practice time, so it's getting them out there like today and putting them through a bunch of different skating drills and shooting drills and see where his comfort level is and see where his conditioning level is.
Yeah. So would he return to normal skates or morning skates and the rare practice anytime
Yep.
soon?
He'll stay out with us every day now. He'll skate with us every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Based on Nick and the players talking about a 30-game stretch, it sounds like that was part of your message, a 30-game stretch in which this team was the best defensive team in the league. I'm wondering, in your estimation, when that kind of turned and what got away that this team you don't think has been able to get back to that level?
Well, so we had that great stretch, and that's why we're winning games. We won 26 of those 34 games, and that's how we're going to continue to win games. So we have to play defense first. Now, it's hard to get that commitment. Defense is hard work. It's sacrifice, and it's every night, and it's every shift, and it's hard to get them to play 82 games that way. So there's been a couple of games that we've slipped away. We've always found a way to get back at it, but it's those slips that the last couple of games. Where are they coming from? Why are they coming in here? So, but the important thing from a coaching perspective is you identify it and you address it like right away. It's not like we let things slide. We don't. We're good or bad. We're going to address it regardless of the outcome. So, it's slipped a little bit. Probably I don't know, last 6 weeks. It goes good, then it goes away, and then we don't look very good. Then we get it back. So the consistency is the hardest thing for us to get. But that again, defense is hard work. There's no shortcuts, and structure is hard work, and getting ready to do it every night. That's the hard part, is getting mentally ready to do that every night. So we're pushing. That's what we're talking about this morning, and that's what we're going to keep pushing.
That's exactly the topic I wanted to ask about, because I think in January I was writing things like the structure is too good, the habits are too good, they'll be able to absorb an awful lot, and clearly that 5-man defensive habit isn't there right now. And knowing what you know about motivation, about people, about your players, do the habits go away when the offense comes a bit too easily one night, or like what are the things that break it down that you can now build back up?
Well, there's a number of things, but yeah, sometimes the most important thing, again, it goes back to how did you play the game? Did you play the game the right way, the whole way, regardless of the outcome of the game? Some like even, so we beat Anaheim 6-1 and we beat Columbus 6-1. There's things in those games we had to do better, because if you don't address them, all of a sudden it slips in and it slides. So all we can do every game is identify, okay, this is an area we have to get better at, regardless of the outcome, because it's all part of the process, right? But the process doesn't work if the other team is going to outwork you. It doesn't. The structure doesn't work if the other team is going to outwork you. So you can talk about details and structure and all of these process. You can talk all you want. But if the other team is out there just a little bit hungrier than you are, then that stuff goes away. So it's important now that we get that intensity back up and that we're not outworked and that we're not outcompeted. Then everything else will take care of itself.
So then heading into tonight's game, which is just one game, you can only focus on a few certain things, then is a will and effort and work ethic. Is that maybe first and foremost?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yep. Good.